Hit boy on the beat, so you gotta go berserk.
Okay. Sometimes you need a friend, not the ones that just show up and don't put nothing in. You know the ones that lend their hand and want to see you win. When you come up on that lick, make sure you cut them in. And then, sometimes you need a foe, one to keep your eyes open, keep you on your toes. You know the ones that want to keep you where you've been before. But I can't go, no I can't go. And whoa, sometimes I need a check, not the sneakers, but the ones that make you watch your step. Your chain, name, how about your respect? Give them more than what I get, expecting nothing back. In fact, you know, I sat down with my accountant, he said I got good news and I got bad news. I said, what's the good news? He said, the good news is you made a lot. I said, what's the bad news? The bad news is you spent more. Okay, look, sometimes you need the faith, sometimes you need to know your worth, sometimes you need to wait. Shoot like the golden boy, but ain't from the bay. You can't negotiate with Drake, you gon' have to pay. But wait, jugging on the main stage, the mainframe, loosen up your face, baby. Sometimes I need a vacate, meditate, hydrate, protect my energy.
They say summer is the time to live in Chicago. Well, that's extended into autumn as we are ready to roll under blue skies at Soldier Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Detroit Lions and the Chicago Bears. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25.
Circle around twice for the encore. You know.
Back to 60. You. 51's Mike 51. Ready?
They'll come out throwing here on first down. He'll get this complete into the hands of Riley Ridley. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An early statement on the game's first play. 18 yards and a first down.
The 43-yard line.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another first and 10.
58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 50. 70. Come on, QB, come on.
He'll look to throw. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. It's another first down as they bite off 23 more on that one.
The 34-yard line.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Lions' 36-yard line.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And for a second straight play, the Lion defense drops him behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 1, now a loss of 2, and they're staring at a 3rd and 13.
It's 3rd down and 13.
So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13.
51 to Mike. Watch the pass.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Going up top for Miller. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Down to that sets up a 1st and goal. So 1st and goal now from the 7-yard line.
51's Mike 51. Tackle.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Now they return to the ground game. Chubb. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now.
3rd and goal.
They'll give it to Chubb, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Nick Chubb, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bears take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. And he's got it to make it 7-0 in favor of the Bears.
Makes the score Bears 7, Lions nothing.
Following the touchdown, Rohrwasser handles the kickoff duties. And this carries into the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
For the first time with Johnson. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Danny Trevathan.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Running from the gun, Johnson. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24.
Roquan Smith.
2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Bears take over.
1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Now, they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. It means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
The 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Christian Jones.
The linebacker, Christian Jones, there to make the stop.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Kill, kill, kill.
They're going to look to throw. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And he is able to take this way down into Detroit territory. A huge play there for Chicago. 51 yards.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. A run for Nick Chubb. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And 5 at the 7-yard line.
From the 7, it's 2nd and 5. On the carry, it's Chubb. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
At the 3-yard line.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well.
51 to Mike, boy, 51. I'm coming for you, son.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Nick Chubb with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Bears will extend their lead.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
25-yard line. The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
More muscle up front for this 2nd and 2. They've got 3 tight ends out there.
58, boy, 58. What we got? What we got? What we got? Out, 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 out. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
On play action, they'll throw. Forced out to his left. He'll try and run it. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Yards remain on second down. A shotgun handoff to Patterson. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Lions, nothing.
I don't want to seem absurd, but that boy's a gangster. Focusing on me with some Tel Barbados with the hustle pockets, LIDs. Distinctive destinations, all I want to see. Oceanfront residences, 3 different ones a week. Cause I deserve that. It's time to
Here's a first and 10 at the 14-yard line. They'll set up to throw. Flush to his right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Oh, leaping, and he makes the grab. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. The Bears on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 4. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Being chased out, and he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. Their mobile quarterback hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as the Bears push further out in front. Rohrwasser now for the point after. And it is now 21-0.
Makes the score Bears 21, Lions nothing. Justin Rohrwasser set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, Rohrwasser handles the kickoff duties. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half. Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down. He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free. Call that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. 7-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it? It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it could be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game. To Montgomery to begin the drive. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Montgomery, the ball carrier. Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier. 38-yard line, 2nd and 9. Going deep this time for Miller. And that one falls incomplete. A 50-50 ball. A little dangerous. Could have been picked. Now it's 3rd down. Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully. The Bears on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. They give the Chubb out of the gun. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 16 yards is the pickup there and a 1st down for Chicago.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. Second and 13. And he finds his tight end, Graham. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
The Bears on third down. No problems to this point. A perfect 5 for 5. Here it's 3rd and 2. He'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs. Well, Charles, in the past, a lot of people called this offense one-dimensional.
I think you did.
Well,
I think it was you.
I'll be honest, I did. I think the fan base is hoping with this young rookie that they can put some wrinkles in this offense like we just saw.
I think you're exactly right, because we did have that discussion that what we've seen in the past from them, they needed to broaden, and they have done it here. Look at what he's bringing to their offense, and now as a defensive coordinator, you've got some extra work to do to prepare for him and their offense.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 30-yard line.
They'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant, and he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. So they lost yardage, and they declined the penalty. There's no logical reasoning to do that.
I'm trying to go through this little Rolodex in this small brain of mine, and I'm coming up with nothing, partner. I've got zip on that one. Take the yardage, right? Take the penalty. I don't get it.
I don't get it either. From the gun, a run for Johnson. And he'll get this one up to the 26.
33,
Big Eddie Goldman there on the tackle.
He was brought down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Ball at the 26, 2nd and 7. Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown.
Detroit.
A big play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Lions were able to draw a bit closer. Down 3 scores already. This game was really in danger of getting away from them. They needed a drive like that, especially on the road.
Not only to calm themselves, but maybe tamp down the crowd a little bit, because everything was against them. As you noted, this game could have gotten away from them very easily, but instead, the calming drive, now they have a little bit more confidence. Okay, we're back in it. All right, we're ready to go. That was impressive.
And the defense now needs to reciprocate. And Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Chubb. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
He's tackled at the 30.
That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, and defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
The Bears on 3rd down. Can't be any better than a perfect 6 for 6. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Now Chubb And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. Well, they gave themselves options there on the third down play, and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
They'll run on first down. Patterson, he'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
Brought down at the 42-yard line.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
We got 3, fellas, we got 3.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. They run. Chubb. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line.
The tackle made.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
On third down, they go Montgomery. Oh, he bowls over him. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Runs on this drive so far. It's first and 10.
51 to Mike, boy, 51. Let's go, deep, tighten up. Let's go.
Patterson on the carry. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10.
Check. Lucky. Cowboy.
From the gun, it's a give to Montgomery. Desmond Trufant there making the tackle. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
And 9 at the 33-yard line.
Ball at the 33, second and 9.
Pick up the ball. 51, Mike 51. Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
On the ground, it's Chubb. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look.
58, boys, 58, Mike. Let's go.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Cole Kmet, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
I'm not sure it made a difference on that play, but one thing to keep in mind, here in the early part of the year during a day game, the sun does play a factor on deep balls.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. A quick throw out wide, caught by Robinson. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
Allen Robinson. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd.
He'll drop to throw. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. So 2 3rd down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down.
On the coverage.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. They'll look to throw again. Buying time to his left. He may try and run for this. And he will have the 1st down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. It'll be Lions football to start the 2nd half, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. Now this will make it into the end zone. And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a 1st down.
A gain of 12.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Ball carrier.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw. Open man is Galladay, complete. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
3rd down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll set up a throw. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. And he takes it all the way down to the 22. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards.
Still all sorts of time left in this game, and you'd like to be able to say take it one play at a time. But the truth is, they're probably going to have to hit on a few big plays in the passing game to close this gap, and that's a good start right there.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They'll run it with Johnson. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. You don't see that a ton, do you? The cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. sees that the ball's moved to the middle, and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw here. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face, coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. Back to throw here. And he connects with Ertz. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Kerryon Johnson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Lions able to get this back within a touchdown. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Matt Prater to kick off for Detroit.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25.
25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games. And we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the 3rd quarter. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Tackle made there by Bilal Nichols.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll drop to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the This is picked up by the Bears. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. He let one slip away last week as well, so now 2 fumbles lost in as many weeks.
Well, we were out at practice, and we watched him work. And what did his quarterback coach talk about all week?
Being a two-hand monster.
And we looked at each other. Two-hand. Oh, I get it. Two-hand monster. Both hands on the football, taking care of it, putting it away so the ball doesn't get dropped.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
He's checking.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. On first down, it's Patterson. And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Following the penalty, Chubb. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd down at the 38-yard line.
The 2nd down throw on target. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
It's a gain of 13.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on 3rd down.
50 wants the mic. 50 wants the mic. Wants the screen.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
So good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
Rohrwasser set to kick off.
Rohrwasser made the field goal. Now he handles the kickoff duties. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. A like it, though, because you're exactly
you
right.
like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Now a carry for Swift. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. Touchdown, Detroit. Zach Ertz, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Lions have got it back to a 1-score game.
Matt Prater.
When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
Matt Prater to kick off for Detroit.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25.
25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. On 2nd down, Montgomery. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Open man is Kmet, the tight end. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40.
That's good.
2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
7-yard line.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
58 6 man. Check curls, check curls, check curls. Jazz, shoot! Watch twins. Watch twins.
A run for Nick Chubb. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Steps away to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. A shotgun handoff to Patterson. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what we said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3-and-out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
58 to Mike, 58 to Mike. Nice, sweetheart.
They'll run with Chubb. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
Mike 51. Here we go. Check. Crunch.
Going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. They couldn't contain Deshaun Hand that time as he gets home for the sack.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
On 3rd down, Patterson. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a decent gain on the ground. Call it 6, but it still leaves him with a ways to go on 4th and goal. Such a long drive here. 3 points. That would be a disappointment, but I don't know if you can go for it here, can you?
Well, you know, the defense was really giving them a lot all the way downfield, and now they've stiffened. Forget that bend, don't break. Now they don't even want to let them get a yard, do they? So in this spot, you remember what the coaches told us before the ball game? Any drive that ends with a kick is going to be okay with us, whether it's a punt, a field goal, or an extra point. Take the field goal right here.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
On the play, 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. They're going to look to throw. And his throw is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time. And it's third down. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on 3rd down.
Here comes the Lions punter now as he's on to kick it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
26-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Solid way to start the drive, 13 yards, picking up the first.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down, and he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to be their 2nd. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. Third and 15 here after the 1st and 2nd down plays went in the wrong direction. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Going up top for Miller. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. It's taken to the 26. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Lions will take over.
At their own 33-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. They'll start on the ground with Swift. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
He's tackled.
First play of the drive. Let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
3rd down.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy.
Looking to throw. Caught by the tight end, Ertz. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That'll put him at 96 yards receiving now for the game, and he's got a 1st down as well. They'll run on 1st down. Swift. And he's able to get this one down to about the 40. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. The throw right sideline here is complete. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there. Picked up the 1st down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have as well as the understanding where they are on the field?
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run here with Swift. The All-Pro in 2 positions. Khalil Mack there to make the stop.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw. He'll get this one to Galladay. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
1st down.
He has been terrific today, hasn't he?
Yeah, absolutely. Running flawless 2-minute drill right here. This has been quarterbacking 101 with a flourish.
A 1st down carry here for Johnson. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
8-yard line.
Here's Swift. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. One more time with Swift. And he is in as they have tied it late here in the final minute of the 4th quarter. Now they can boot it through on the always important extra point, and then their defense has to hold up their end of the bargain.
And there's something that you've pointed out in the numerous games that we've worked. Okay, the excitement's going on. Everyone's celebrating over there. Who's calling up the defense to make sure they're focused, because they still have some work to do?
Matt Prater to kick off for Detroit.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll start things out at the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you've got a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Back to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Trey Flowers, the former Arkansas Razorback, in there to get him.
Brings up 3rd down.
Well, we saw a close game that kept us on the edge of our seats down to that final whistle. And right before that final whistle, defense with one last exclamation mark there, getting the sack to end it.
I love how you phrased it, because we were waiting to see what would happen. Obviously, we thought something would happen downfield. Instead, it happens in the offensive backfield, and that's your ball game.
So for Detroit, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for the Bears, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss. And they'll be at home for one next week as the Baltimore Ravens come to town. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.